Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of Spirit of the Raven TV, where we go over different totem animals and different synchronicities, dream interpretations, and all the things to help you have an amazing spiritual journey within this life. So I just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to everyone that has supported the channel. I read all of your comments on the videos. I just want you guys to know that. I can't always dive into all of your synchronicities and signs just because that is what I do for a living. But I do try to get to as many of them as I can. So thank you guys so much for being here. And if you're new here, hi. My name is Raven. I am a spiritual life coach. I'm an oracle artist. I'm a tarot reader, and I'm also an animal activist. I care very, very deeply about these spiritual beings, both in the physical, but also in the etherical realms. And I really, really want to ensure that they are here for many generations to come. So if you guys don't know, if this is new to you, not only do I promote how to work with them energetically, but I always promote helping them physically if they so need it. And today we are going over the amazing, the majestic, the just the wise ancient soul that is the wolf spirit. And wolves do indeed need our help right now. So I'm excited to announce that I have partnered up with Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary to bring you guys a campaign called Spirit of the Howl. Spirit of the Howl is to help promote the awareness of wolves, to promote the truth about wolves, because there's a lot of misinformation out there that has led to the slaughter of thousands of wolves. Currently, if you guys don't know, wolves were taken off the Endangered Species Act last year in 2020, even though many wildlife experts agreed that the populations were still too unstable to remove them. And then recently, Governor Bill Little of Idaho signed a bill that is allowing for the slaughter of 90% of the wolves' populations. And this is mainly their puppies that they are killing. They started doing it last month, and they have already killed 500 wolves. If you guys don't know why that's so important, is wolves are an essential part of our ecosystem. And if we don't have wolves in the ecosystem, it can lead to something called a trophic cascade, where basically the removal of wolves leads to the overgrazing of elk, which leads to the decline of beavers, which messes up the flow of the rivers, which leads to a decline in the fish, which affects the foxes and the bears and the birds and every animal basically in that environment. And we learned this with Yellowstone, and we've seen it in many other locations. So the fact that we can't, as humans, seem to understand that this isn't working is kind of annoying. But a lot of the reason wolves are killed is because of the belief that they affect the livestock. When in reality, wolves are responsible for less than 1% of livestock deaths, and usually those are actually from mismanagement. Whenever you kill an alpha wolf or an alpha male or female wolf, the pack will disperse, creating lone wolves. And lone wolves cannot hunt their regular food, so they will go after livestock because it is easier. So this is all important. Normally, I try not to keep the channel political. As you guys know, I like to keep it very spiritual, but we need your help. So yes, please stick around so you can learn all about how wolf medicine is affecting you in your life. But please also give back to the wolf, because the wolf needs your help. So we put all the information down below about Spirit of the Howl. Basically, what we are doing is raising awareness by selling these art prints. Yay! And the portion of the proceeds are going to benefit Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary, which allows them to get generators, food, expand their sanctuary. They have wolves, wolf dogs, dingoes, coyotes, foxes, you name it. So definitely go below, check it out. We are selling 100 of these. Would love, love, love your support. There's also petitions you can sign. There's wolf news. So if you want to learn and take this deeper, please go check it out. So without further ado, let's jump into it. If you are here, it is because a wolf is coming to you. Wolf is either coming to you in your dreams, you're seeing wolf, or you're just feeling a deep, deep connection to wolf. And maybe you felt that connection your entire life. If that is the case, then wolf is definitely a totem animal for you. But regardless of if it's been around forever or you just feel connection now, understanding its medicine will help you understand what is happening in your own spiritual being. Because often when we're working with these animals in the spiritual realm, we start to take traits that they have and apply it to our own lives. So, of course, we're going to go over a little bit of the mythologies and the ideas behind what wolf spirit means, but really we're going to be looking at the wolf itself. We're going to learn about its behaviors, its pack relationships, how it communicates, so that you understand how you are going to be impacted and influenced by this energy. So the first topic, and I think the most important topic that the wolf can teach us, is going to be in our relationships. So the wolf is a very, very pack-based animal, as we humans are as well. This is why canines and humans get along so well. We are very much a pack-oriented species, but the wolf even more so. You see, the wolf, I know it's very popular to say the lone wolf, but that's actually very rare. A wolf does not want to be alone, and if it is alone, it's because something happened to its pack. Wolves do not have as high of a survival rate on their own. They struggle to get food, they struggle to look out, they can't mate. I mean, a wolf by itself is not a strong wolf. So I know that the whole saying lone wolf is very popular, but if you are working with Wolf Totem, it's more than likely trying to help you find your soul family or to create stronger bonds within your soul family. Family and relationships are everything to this animal. It is everything. The pack is so important. So because of that, things that the wolf is really good at is communication, empathy, right? Expressing itself, making decisions, leadership. We're going to be diving into a lot of these, but I do want you to understand that if you're working with the Wolf Totem in any way, how you relate to others and how you find your purpose and place within society is going to be very, very important to you and part of the major lessons coming into your life. You have to understand that every member of the pack is necessary, not just the alpha male and female. Think about it. The alpha male and the alpha female, they are the most responsible. They're the ones who mate. They're the only ones who usually breed within a pack, and they make the biggest decisions. But they're also the ones who have to be the most focused. They have to be the most goal-oriented. And so I think everyone kind of secretly wants to be the alpha, but you don't have to be. The other members are so equally important. For instance, the omega, which is the most submissive of all the wolves, they're usually the most playful, because if a wolf needs to take out its dominance issues, it's going to go for the omega, right? Sorry, my cat is being dramatic right now. I don't think he's happy about Wolf Totem. Anyway, so the omega is going to be the most playful because it benefits the omega to be playful. Whereas the dominant ones, again, if they're going to want to make the omega submissive, that's not very fun. So the omega will often initiate play to swing the focus to a different topic than the dominance. So the omega helps keep the pack young by keeping them playful. They're in a usually better mood. It decreases stress, just like with us, right? When we play, we're happier. So everybody has their role in society. And so maybe out of your soul group, you are the loving one. Maybe you're the listener. Maybe you're the wild one, the unpredictable one, the wild card, the funny one. We all have our place. And so Wolf Totem really helps us accept our role and see ourselves as valuable within the pack. And if you've been feeling underappreciated or unloved, or if you feel like you don't really belong, then Wolf Totem is definitely helping you understand that you are loved and you are needed. So allow that medicine to come in. So one of the second big things about wolf is going to be communication. So if you guys don't know, wolves are very communicative towards one another. Again, this is all about that relationship energy. So if a wolf is in a bad mood or if it's feeling a certain way, all it takes is a slight shift in its tail. Maybe if it changes its posture a little bit, shows a little bit of teeth, changes its eyes. All it takes is a very subtle shift in movement for the other wolves to understand that that wolf is feeling a certain way. And if you are experiencing wolf totem, you're going to have that same capability of just knowing what is going on with everyone around you. So you might find yourself very, very empathetic. You might have to put a little bit of a boundary on that, because if you are a strong empath, then you know dealing with a lot of different energies can make you feel exhausted very quickly. Because one moment you're up because you're around someone up, the moment you're down around someone who's down. So make sure you try and put boundaries around people that aren't in your pack. You don't need to feel everything, right? But wolf might make you very, very, very sensitive to these shifts in tone or frequency or energy. Wolves, with communication, they can read between the lines really easily because of this. So if there's someone in your life who's not really being upfront about something, but you're picking up, they're saying one thing, but you're picking up something different, wolf knows. Wolf is very in tune with these things, and you're going to see that when we get into intuition. But wolves can sense things without needing to have a full picture because of body language and shift in tone. So if you're dealing with wolf, you might find yourself doing this like I'm doing right now. Like you're all up in sharing how you feel with your hands and body. Let yourself become very expressive. If you're about to communicate or speak in front of a large group of people, an audience, like what I'm doing right now, wolf can help you clearly communicate what you want to say and how to say it. Wolf is very vocal. So, and wolf, as you guys know, howls. Wolf whines, it whimpers, it barks, it makes a lot of various noises to express how it feels. So the throat chakra is often very much highlighted with wolves. Hello, how, right? You want to feel that energy in your throat chakra. And wolves also howl for many reasons. Sometimes they howl because they're celebrating, they're all coming together and they just want to have fun. Sometimes they're helping establish location and they're calling each other to one another. Sometimes they do it when they're grieving and they're really sad. They'll howl as a form of expressing that grief. So they really want to use their vocals to release energy and to make things happen. So you are going to lean heavily on your throat and on your vocals and what you have to say while working with this medicine. So leadership is really important for the wolf. Now, again, depending on what role that you feel that you play within the wolf totem, I mean, either way, no matter what, you are going to be tuned into a hierarchy or a system. See, wolves really, really appreciate hierarchies and systems, which is why they have the dominant male and female, right? They want to have the person who's meant to be in charge, and they are very able to give that over when it is appropriate. And so you might find with wolf totem, if you've ever had a boss that you just cannot agree with and you want to challenge that dominance, that could be your wolf totem just kicking in and saying that you don't agree with their leadership. And that is normal for wolf people. They have to feel like they're being led by someone that they truly, truly believe in. So you might find that, especially if you're an alpha and you're working with someone, you might do a little bit better as an entrepreneur. And then also if you are not an alpha wolf, but again, you cannot relate to that boss, it's really important for you to find a position at a company that you feel appreciates you and has the right leadership. Wolves can teach our government so much about how to lead and how to care for one another. As an example, wolves, whenever they are traveling long distances, as this might be something you know of because it's a very famous thing about wolves, is that usually the alphas will not lead the pack. The alphas will go into the very back so that they can watch everybody. And usually the weak, the sick, the old are the ones that lead the pack. And this is because they set the pace. They set the pace for the wolves. If they were in the back, they would get left behind in a heartbeat and they would be the first ones to be sacrificed. So often the slowest ones, they lead because they set the tone. And I think this says a lot about wolves and their loyalty. Because, you know, a lot of humans are kind of survival of the fittest, you know, like evolution, whoever runs fastest gets there. humans can learn a lot when it comes to empathy and about caring for community, caring for the old. I mean, we kind of toss our old away, the moment they get old, we're like, put them in a home. That's not how the wolf works. The wolf is very family oriented, and every person, every member of their pack is important, and they make sure that every member is taken care of. And if you do resonate a lot with the leadership of the wolf, then you are going to be very empathetic and very in tune with how other people are feeling and what they need. A lot of what we view as humans as a leader is someone who is the best at something, right? They're the fastest, they get there the fastest, they're the leader, they're the best. But a true leader is more focused on their people, right? So if you are the leader of your family or of your friend groups, it's really important that it's not about you being the leader and about how you can help the rest of your pack. So Wolf really teaches you to have that empathy, that loving compassion, and to be able to have that strong fierceness that's needed to be a leader, but that softness that's needed to understand what is the best decision for all involved. And something else that's very beautiful about the wolf is that they're neither a democracy or a dictatorship. There's times where the alphas will very much consider what everybody in the group wants and what they need, and they'll base their decision on that. But if there's times where there's a quick decision that needs to be made, or if they have to make a tough decision for the group, the alpha will make it without hesitation. They are great at leadership. And again, it's something that our own government can learn so much from if we only respected the wolf enough that we could learn a little bit more from them. So one of the big things that we have to talk about is the moon, the intuition in the moon. Wolves are very much interconnected with the moon, and especially in mythologies, but experts actually say that the wolves don't howl at the moon per se. We have noted that they do seem to howl more on the full moon, as a lot of different animal species become a lot more active on the full moon. We don't fully know why that is. I know as a female who is tied to the moon cycles of my personal being, I know that the moon is very important to how we behave and how we interact, and I have my own physical proof of that enough. But why that is still a little bit mysterious, especially when it comes to the ether. A lot of the moon is a feminine energy. And so the wolves, whenever they do howl and they do celebrate and do their rituals, which is their howling celebration in the moonlight, they are tuning to the feminine side of them. And again, they are very intuitive. They can feel shifts, very subtle shifts in energy. They can intuitively pick up and even hear and see. They can mainly hear and smell for miles out. They can feel things that they can't see. And that is a deep trait of the wolf, and that intuition. So when you're working with them, you will feel that pull of the ether. You will feel that call to celebrate, to howl, to have fun, to really feel pulled by something, right? But what's beautiful about the wolf is that they're very balanced, because they have this feminine, moon, intuitive side, but they're also very ritualistic. And they're very masculine in that way, where they have structures and they have systems, and they really show us a beautiful balance between the two. At one side, where we have this intuition and we have the moon, feminine energies, the masculine side is all about the rituals and about establishing routines and systems within the pack. So wolves are very ritualistic, and oftentimes if you're studying wolf totem or wolf energy, it'll say that you will feel very you'll need routines, you'll need rituals, and it's because they also do. Like how they migrate, they have that ritual, the hierarchy, who's in the back, who's in the front. They have very systematic ways of doing things. And this can actually teach us a lot about our own lives. So when you're working with Wolf Totem, Wolf is trying to help you set systems in place that you can easily repeat, so you're not constantly going against momentum. You're not constantly resisting your life. And so what I mean by this is, let's say you struggle to balance your life, just in general. Let's say you're all over the place. Well, Wolf can maybe come in and say, hey, let's try a rising routine in the early part of the day, right? Maybe you can establish something, or maybe you can clean your house on every certain day of the week so you know it's done, or whatever it is. Wolf is going to put something in place that kind of takes away your mental energy of figuring out when to do it, how to do it. It gets you into a routine. So now you're just naturally kind of hitting all the areas of your life that need to be hit. So Wolf is really good for helping you establish systems and getting that masculine energy grounded and down. Part of the wolf's masculine energy is its perseverance. They can travel for extreme miles and not fatigue. They can run and chase an animal and fail about 10 times. I think I read the statistics of a successful hunt for a wolf is 1 out of every 10 times. So they can handle massive amounts of failure without giving up. They don't quit. And the pack does not just lose hope and faith. They expect that there's going to be trial and error before there is success. And that is one of the reasons why wolf can teach us to keep going in the face of adversity. And I think that this also applies to their persevering as a species when they have been threatened with extinction numerous times. I mean, many species of the wolf have become extinct now, which is very, very sad. But yet the species themselves do not quit. They keep going. They keep fighting for family. They keep fighting for justice. And a lot of us humans can feel their intuitive spirit calling to us, asking for their help because they don't quit. And again, they currently do need that energy. They need us to help fight for them, and they are in the persevering mode right now. And I'd love to see them go back into a thriving mode, back into their rituals and to their families, but right now they're in survival mode because of these massive huntings and these brutal murders. So wolf can teach us how to overcome some dark energy. So if you are going through something in your life that is extremely hard, call upon wolf. Wolf is going to fight for you. It's going to help you fight for those around you, and you're not going to want to quit. So wolf can really teach you about that. And the last thing I really wanted to cover when it comes to wolf totem is going to be the beautiful symbiotic relationship that wolves and ravens have. If you have not seen the raven totem video, definitely go check that out. That is the last video I've done. Ravens and wolves have been like this from the get-go of time. That is something that you find in a lot of legends. For instance, Odin and his 2 wolves and 2 ravens, they have always been linked together. And that is because in nature, they work together for food. Oftentimes the raven will fly a little bit ahead of the wolf and will let the wolf know if there is injured prey or a potential meal up ahead. And in return, the wolf will leave behind bits for the raven. And not only do they work together for this food, but they also play together. So this shows that wolves and ravens have this connection that goes beyond just survival. It's also an enjoyment. They understand one another. Both ravens and wolves are psychic beings. Again, the wolves are very intuitive. They're very communicative. Ravens are very intuitive and they're very communicative. They both share the love of the same things. And when you find symbiotic animals, you will also find that their value systems and their core traits often match up. Either they're very similar or they're very complementary. So if you are getting signs of wolves, it definitely helps for you to go check out ravens and find out what raven medicine is also trying to teach you in the midst of all of this. Key points that I really want to bring back to when it comes to wolves. Overall, Cap, why are you seeing wolves? What are wolves helping you with? Is wolves are helping you understand the relationships around you. They help you connect with others. They help you bond deeper bonds with people. If you are looking for your soul group or your soul family, they will help you find them. And they will also help you value yourself inside of a group setting, so you know that you have much to offer to the group. So if you struggle to find your purpose and your place within society, wolf is helping you with that. Another thing that wolves help you with is communication. So if you are learning how to express yourself, or if you are learning to have a better body language, a stronger posture, or anything that really establishes yourself without speaking, wolves can help you a lot with this. But of course, with the speaking, wolves help you. If you need a howl, if you need a whine, if you need a whimper, whatever you need to express, wolves will help you find the words that you need to say so you can say them. And this helps, again, with relationships and society. If you are a speaker or if you are learning how to express yourself more to those that you love. Another trait of the wolf is going to be leadership. They know how to look after one another. They know how to make decisions. They're very decisive. They know how to take care of the pack. So if you are learning how to step into your leadership, or if you're struggling with dominance when it comes to someone at work and it's the place you need to be at, the wolf can help you drop a little bit more into your beta or omega when needed. Again, and the omega knows how to play. So sometimes part of your leadership is knowing when to switch it off and on. So wolf will help teach you how to do that. Another way that wolf is helping you is tapping into your intuition and ethereal energies. Wolf really understands things that cannot be seen. The wolf is the master of reading between the lines, of picking up the subtle shifts in energy. The wolf can smell for miles out, and it can hear for miles out without seeing it. So for you, you might start to sense something coming, or sense if someone's not being truthful, or if someone's just not telling you everything, or if they're trying to cover up a fear or pain or whatever. You're gonna be able to pick up on these subtle things while working with the wolf. So another way that the wolf's gonna help you is establishing rituals, having strong means of systems in your life that help things run smooth and even better. Wolf is all about making it better, right? Like, let's get systems in place so we don't have to keep doing this same chaos over and over again. So wolf energy on the masculine side will really help you establish the routines needed to help you achieve your dreams and to give whatever it is you're here to give into the planet. Another way is also perseverance. Again, wolf has been hunted to the ends and back, and it still continues to go. It still fights for the ones it loves, and it still keeps on. So if you have wolf totem, you are a persevering person. You do not quit easily, nor will you ever quit. You will go until the end of time. You know how to fight for what is yours. And if you are struggling with this, then call upon wolf. Ask for wolf to help you in your perseverance so that you don't quit. And then last but not least, wolves and ravens get along very well. So definitely check out Raven Totem if that is something you're interested in. So now, as a little bonus for you guys, I want to call out 2 tarot cards that I feel relate the most to the wolf spirit. So one is going to be the Hierophant. So if you don't know tarot, the Hierophant is very much about systems. It is the masculine spiritual being, right? Because there's 2 masculines. It's the Hierophant and it's also the Emperor. But the Emperor is more about, it's the masculine, but it's less about spirituality. It's more about the earthly masculine, whereas the Hierophant's about having a spiritual organization. The wolf is very much like that, where it has the spiritual essence of the intuitive side of it and the pull to the unknown like the moon, but it is very grounded and systematic. The other card that, of course, if you do tarot, you already know, it is the moon. We have wolves on this card, and it very much indicates being called to something that you can't fully see. So this is the intuition, this is secrets, this is being pulled by something. The wolf is very much a part of the intuition and the unknown. So I would say out of all the tarot cards, these 2 are definitely the closest to the wolf energy. So if you do see those pop out in your readings and you're getting signs of wolves, then you know what it's about. And then the very last section, the very last thing I want to cover for you guys is going to be Spirit of the Earth. And if you've seen other episodes, we do this every so often when an animal absolutely needs our help. So Spirit of the Earth is just about giving back to the animal and being aware of what we can do better for them. And as I said before, the wolf is at a very detrimental part of its journey, meaning we have to act now if we want to preserve the species. They are persevering as hard as they can, but they need our help. This is how we pack with them. They need us and we need them. So please, please do take the time to read about the Spirit of the Howl campaign. Get a print if you want to. That would be so amazing to both myself and Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary. But even if you can't, share it. Share talking about the wolves, sign the petition, share the petitions, pay attention to the laws being made right now, because it's very crucial that we pay attention to this, because it's not just about the wolf, it's also about every species connected to the wolf, which is including us. So thank you guys so much for being here, and let me know what you want me to cover next, and I will see you on another episode.